Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Living Country with Jones. We're out here today canning tomatoes and living country. This here is my mama and she's a canning champion, so we're going to get her done here. Y'all stay with us. It's about to get real. Alright folks, so what we got here is a bunch of canner sized tomatoes. When I say canner size, y'all see how big that thing is right there? That's a big old tomato right there. Alright, so got my boiling water going on, and I just messed up my camera right there. I got my propane tank hooked up here, and I'm going to drop these in here one at a time. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to crack the peel on that tomato for about 2 minutes and get them ready to peel up and go into these jars. So y'all stay with me. Alright folks, so right now what we got going on, if y'all take a good look right here, I'm going to pull this out here. Y'all see that cracked peel right there? She's ready to go in the ice water. So this is my cooler. We're going to drop them in the ice water and stop the cook. So this is what we're doing right now. We're going to drop them in that ice water. Once they start cracking, y'all see how that crack goes right there? And you're ready to put in here. We're going to stop the cook. Alright, so if y'all look right here, guys, I've got a cooler full of tomatoes right now. The peels are cracked on them. I'm going to let them cool down. That stops that cook. You don't want them to cook and overcook and get them all gushy and mushy. So we want them good and firm when they go into these jars. So I'm going to shut the lid on this and let these bad boys cool down right quick. And we're about to start getting them peeled out and ready to go. Alright, so Mama, show them what you're doing. You're taking the peel off. So you're pulling the peel off. And she's dropping them into that little bucket right there. And what she's going to do is peel all that peel off the outside and get it in that bucket. We're going to feed them to the chickens. They love it. So she's getting that now. That little black spot right there, she's going to cut that out of there. And that don't need to go in. And when we get ready to do it, we're going to core it out. And these right here will be ready to slice up and go into the mason jars. So y'all stay with us. Alright folks, so we've got them peeled, and I've got me some aluminum foil laid down here. There's my peeled tomatoes, and then this right here, if you'll look right here, I take my knife and I core out the center of that tomato. Alright, so once I've got that cored out, there's the core, and then I've got a solid tomato. Alright, so I cut them up, bang, bang, and start smushing them down in the mason jar. So there's one that's cut up right now. It's ready to go in this mason jar. Now I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of Morton canning and pickling salt inside there. Right, that 1/4 teaspoon's all I do. Now this is good for the area we live in. You need to check the elevations that you live in for cook time and you know how you need to do it as far as canning your tomatoes. But Middle Tennessee, this will work for everything in Middle Tennessee. And we're going to boil these things on 18 minutes. Got my water bath canner set up over here, and as she's starting to boil, we're fixing to cut these things on down, get them in these mason jars, put a shot of salt in them, and lid them up, and we're going to do it to it. Alright, so here's a jar I've got ready to process. Now it's within a 1/2 inch of the top. Okay, so what I've done is I filled it full of tomatoes, took my fingers and pushed those tomatoes down in there and squished the juice out of them and got it within a 1/2 inch of the top right here. Y'all see that? Alright, so I'm going to wipe the outside of this ring off with a towel. There's my towel. Alright, I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to put the lid and the ring on it and get it ready to process. And these are going to be some good tomatoes, y'all. Stay with me. So folks, here's a jar full of tomato, and we want to go about a 1/2 inch from the top rim. And y'all see all that debris on the top of the rim right there? Yeah, we got to clean that off. So I'm going to try to do it one-handed. Mama's over here cooking up, working on some slicing up some tomatoes right now. So I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to put my thumb on here and I'm going to wipe that rim. I'm going to clean that rim off real good to get it sealed. Alright, so once I've got it dried and cleaned off, I'm going to get me a brand new lid and a brand new ring, and I'm going to put that ring right over the top and lock it down, and we're ready to go in the cooker. And we're ready to go in the water bath canner, and we're going to water bath can that thing for 18 minutes. So y'all stay with us. We're letting her rip over here. Alright, so I got 8 jars right here right now in the water bath canner running on the propane tank. And we've got 13 minutes left on that batch. We do them for 18 minutes out here in Middle Tennessee. So the cook time's going to be a little bit different depending on your elevation. So this is what we got going on right now. 18 minutes. After you get them in there, you're going to drop them down. You want an inch of water over the top of your cans, and you're going to boil them, and that right there will preserve those tomatoes. We're going to have good tomatoes all winter long, so you guys stay tuned. Look at all them maters, y'all. We got tons of maters. Hey, what better place than out in the country to have a mater cooking? Yep, you'll have that.
Got 48 pints all fixed up and ready to go on the shelf. We live in country out here.